Under Appearance, you'll see something called widgets. And widgets are islands of content or functionality. These are examples of widgets on my computer. So this island of content is a weather widget. It shows me the weather for the week. Or this calendar. And this is more of an island of functionality. This calculator widget lets me add, subtract, do the functions of a calculator. And I describe them as islands because they act independent of each other and independent of the background. They're kind of just their own, they do their own thing on their, it's like they're on an island. So when I use this calculator, it doesn't affect any of the other widgets. And if none of the other widgets even existed, the calculator would be unaffected. It would act exactly the same. So they're completely independent of each other or of the background. And you can have widgets on your website for visitors to see. So I could put a calendar, for instance, on my website, and my visitors could then see what the date is, what month it is, that kind of thing, and it would act independently of any other widgets or of the background. To add, delete, or edit your widgets, there's two ways of doing it. You can either go to Appearance and then hit Widgets, and then from here I can just drag stuff in or out. So let's say I don't want the search bar, I can just drag it out and it's gone. There's also down here inactive widgets, so you don't have to delete it. So say you've customized a certain thing. So with recent posts, I want it to show 10, I hit save. And then I think, I don't want it, but I don't want to delete it because I've already made additions to this widget. So I can drag it down here into inactive, and now it's just inactive. So when I bring it back, it's still going to have that same customization I had of 10 posts. So it's not just completely deleting all the settings that you've done to it. And so if we look at our site, let's hit refresh. So now it reflects what we've done in the dashboard. So it just has recent comments, categories, and meta are the three widgets that are showing. And if we look in the dashboard, there it is, and we can change the order if we want. We can put categories up here. And also, instead of just, if you don't like the drag and drop, for instance, sometimes to take it into inactive, you have to drag it all the way down here. You can go up to screen options, and this is something you can do throughout the dashboard. A lot of times you can go up to help or screen options, and it'll allow you to kind of change the way you're interacting with content or editing things. So let's hit enable accessibility mode. And now instead of doing the drag and drop, so if I want categories to be inactive, I can just hit edit and then click inactive and do it this way. So if that's easier for you, or to add, instead of dragging it on, I can just hit add right here. Widget area, word I want it to appear number 1 in the widgets. So now you can see the recent post is right there. If we come here, instead of, we took out recent comments and replace it with recent posts. Let's refresh this. There you go, there's our new widget. The other way to edit your widgets is through the theme customizer. So let's hit customize under appearance. And as you can see, here are the widgets on the side. And this is a live preview, so any changes we do are going to change automatically, but they won't be published till we hit save. So let's go to widgets, widget area. So I can reorder these. So now we see meta is at the bottom. I can just drag it up to the top, and live preview, although it's not published until I hit save and publish. I can add a widget through here. So let's add categories. And you can customize your widget. So instead of being categories, let's move this up a little bit. Instead of being called categories, I could call it sections if I want to. And then any other customization that it allows you to do. It's important to note that how you're able to edit your widgets, where you're able to put them on your website, depends a lot on the theme you have. So we know for this theme, there's only one widget area, and this is this sidebar. So if we want to put widgets, it has to be in this sidebar. But a different theme might allow you to put widgets right here in the middle of the page or on the bottom. And there's even some themes that have completely disabled widgets. So we'll take a look at a different theme and how they approach their widgets. So let's activate this 2014 theme and see how it changes the way we can use widgets. So let's activate it. We'll go to Customize, and then let's go to the widgets. So as you can see, instead of just having one sidebar to put widgets, there's three of them. We have the primary, the content, and there's no widgets here yet, so let's put in a calendar widget. So here's this content sidebar, another place we can put widgets. And then if we scroll down, we have this footer widget area. So we can put widgets down here. And the way you reorder them is going to be the same. The way you actually edit them is the same. The main difference is where you can put them. And again, there are some themes that don't allow you to have widgets at all, or there'll be certain themes where certain widgets won't work. So you kind of are going to have to play around with each theme to see the way the widgets work on that specific theme, which is another reason why it's important to spend a good amount of time picking a good theme and playing around with it so that you know how everything works with that theme. The widgets we've been playing around with are generic widgets that come stock or preloaded on pretty much any WordPress theme. But what if you want a widget that isn't already preloaded? Let's say you want a calculator widget to display on your site and it's not already here amongst the available widgets. Well, you can get them through plugins. So let's go to plugins, we'll go to add new. We're going to search calculator. This result adds a widget that displays a simple calculator. That's perfect, that's exactly what we want. So we'll install now, hit OK. Activate the plugin. And we're going to get another calculator widget, just in case, just like themes. Get a couple and see which one looks best or works best. Because this one might not be good. We'll see. Let's see. Well, this one looks... Insert your calculator anywhere in your WordPress site, so it probably is going to allow us to have a widget. So let's install that one as well. Hit OK. And we're going to activate this plugin as well. So now let's go to widgets, and as you can see, now these two calculators are in the available widgets. I believe this is the first one we downloaded, and this one I think is the second one. So let's add it to the content sidebar. We'll call it calculator 1 and calculator 2. Now let's take a look at our website. So as you can see, here's calculator 1 and here's calculator 2. Calculator 1 looks like it is inheriting a lot of the formatting of our theme, so that's why it's got green and it's got this kind of gray similar to the calendar. And although that's cool and all, it doesn't look very good as a calculator. But this calculator looks pretty cool. So we can do addition, subtraction. So if you run a financial blog, maybe this would come in handy to your users. So this is a pretty cool widget. So if you do want a specific widget that doesn't already exist, look in plugins and you may be able to find a pretty good one and test a couple out, because just like themes, you don't really know until you actually see what it looks like, how it's going to look and how it's going to function.